let's play a game. If I tell you the statistical averages of 3 NBA players from last season, would you be able to guess who they are? Let's see how well you know your ball. Player A averaged 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 8 assists per game while shooting 44% from the field and 37% from outside the arc. Player B was solid as well, averaging 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists each night while shooting 47% from the field and 41% from downtown. And then we've player C, who averaged 9 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists while shooting 45% from the field and 39% from outside the three-point line. So, do you know who they are now? Well, let me help you out. Player A is none other than the point god himself, Chris Paul. Player B is Alex Caruso, the master of defensive playmaking who quietly had a career-best year. And player C? Well, that's Brandin Podziemski, a rising star who went from warming the bench at Illinois to taking Klay Thompson's spot in just 20 months. Now, that's exciting, especially if you're a Warriors fan, because your team may have just found the perfect backcourt partner who could play alongside Steph Curry. But for the rest of us, it's a nightmare, because the NBA might be having a Brandin Podziemski problem sooner than we expect. It was just like yesterday when Victor Wembanyama was drafted into the league amidst so much hype and fanfare. But for Brandin Podziemski, the opposite was the case. He wasn't exactly a hot ticket, and by the time his name was called, 18 other rookies had left the board. It wasn't a surprise though. After all, as recently as the 2021-2022 season, he was a habitual bench warmer for the Illinois college basketball team. According to reports, Podge was told straight up by his coach that he wasn't good enough for the team, and that explains why he only logged 69 minutes of game time across the entire season. This situation left the young guard feeling crushed, but it also served as the catalyst that led him to make arguably the best decision of his career. Despite Coach Underwood's damning comments, Podziemski never stopped believing in himself. He knew he had the talent to perform at the highest level and only needed an opportunity to show it. So he entered the transfer portal and transferred to Santa Clara. There, he played under the tutelage of Coach Herb Sendek, who gave him all the confidence he needed to shine. And the youngster put on a clinic, averaging 20 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals per game while winning several personal awards. It was a remarkable turnaround, one that rubbished the notion that he wasn't good enough to play in college and earned him the admiration of the Golden State Warriors, but not exactly in the way you think. Usually, before a team drafts a player in the NBA, scouts from that particular team must have been tracking the player's development for months or even years. However, it was only by chance that the Warriors front office spotted him. It all happened in February 2023 when current Warriors GM Mike Dunleavy and Executive Director for Team Development Kent Lobb attended a game between Santa Clara and Pepperdine to watch Maxwell Lewis. But, as fate would have it, Podziemski emerged as the best player on the floor with 23 points and 18 rebounds. Mike and Lobb were impressed by these numbers, but more than anything else, they were blown away by his deep understanding of the game and exceptional IQ. Both executives left the arena determined to do everything possible to sign Podziemski, and they eventually pulled it off.
With the 19th pick in the 2023 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Brandin Podziemski from Santa Clara University.
Like any other youngster coming into a star-studded team like the Golden State Warriors, Podziemski had limited playing time and struggled in his first month in the league. But as the season went on, he got more opportunities and he showed exactly what he was capable of doing on the court, especially in December when he went on an incredible run, averaging 11.2 points, 6.8 rebounds, and 4.2 assists across 13 games. During this explosive streak, he became the first rookie in NBA history to have 9+ rebounds, 5+ assists, and 3+ three-pointers in a single game. He's also the second Warriors rookie to have 20+ points, 10+ rebounds, and 5+ assists in a single game. The other player on that list is the chef himself, All in all, Podziemski had a productive rookie season, averaging 9.2 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 3.7 assists. Keep in mind, he's done this all while sharing minutes with Hall of Fame players in Steph, Clay, and Chris Paul. Just getting playing time on a team like the Warriors meant they saw something special in him. This was evident in February when coach Steve Kerr started him ahead of Klay Thompson against the Utah Jazz. The legendary shooter eventually came off the bench to score 35 points, including 7 three-pointers, but he ended up leaving the Warriors after the season. Allegedly, this was partly due to Podziemski's impressive rookie season. Inside sources actually believe that if Thompson had remained on the team, he would have been used off the bench behind Podziemski this season. This shows how much potential Steve Kerr and the Warriors saw in him. Key members of the roster, including Draymond Green and Steph Curry, are big fans of the youngster as well. After learning that Podziemski was named to the Rising Stars game, the two-time MVP had this to say.
There are similarities and differences, but I just love his confidence when he's out there. He gives us great energy. He gives us, in practice and games, like, he feels like, and he knows he belongs, and that you can't teach that. And then it's just about him learning the lessons he needs to learn, as a guy that's, being trusted to play heavy minutes.
Similarly, after the game against the Clippers in December, Draymond was really hyped about Podziemski's intelligence and his willingness to learn off his teammates.
He's a gamer, he's a competitor, and he's smart. And, he's a student of the game. He asks a million questions, whether it's to CP, whether it's me or coach, he's always asking questions. He'll come just sit next to you and listen. And, it shows up when he plays. But, BP is one of those guys that we knew right away coming into, not even training camp, we knew right away when we did the mini camp, like, this kid can play. Like, he's going to shock a lot of people.
On top of all this hype, Podziemski was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team. He was also a member of the USA Select Team, and his leadership and competitive skills were on display for everyone to see. It's a great achievement and a testament to the success he had in his rookie season, especially when you factor in his stats. But when you analyze his game, you'll find that his contributions to the court are beyond points, rebounds, and assists alone. Now, don't get me wrong, having a good statistical average is great, but the intelligence of knowing what to do off the ball is just as important. His game is so refined and mature, you would almost think that he's been playing in the NBA for many years. He's comfortable on the ball, his playmaking is great, and there's this exciting level of patience and ability to create his own shot or make a pass to an open teammate. And when it comes to those 50-50 plays, he's gonna out-hustle you, and he's not afraid to sacrifice his body to get turnovers. According to the official stats sheet, Brandin Podziemski had 38 charges last season, the most by any NBA player. These qualities explain why he averaged 26 minutes across 74 games last season. By the way, that includes 28 starts, which is unusual for a rookie, especially on a team like the Warriors. For context, Podziemski played a total of 1,968 minutes for the Warriors last season, only behind Steph and Klay Thompson. Now, it's great that Podge is getting all these minutes and more importantly that he's delivering great efficiency across the board. However, the reality of the Golden State Warriors at the moment suggests that it might be time for the young guard to level up his game. I mean, Klay Thompson is already out of the picture, and it doesn't look like the Warriors will add a big name to the roster anytime soon. So, the stage is set for Podziemski to flourish. He knows this, and he's already setting big goals for himself. Recently, he was discussing his plans for the upcoming season and he had this to say. Individually, I want to be able to be in the conversation and win Most Improved Player of the Year. I want to partake in the Rising Stars game again because it's in San Francisco next season. I want to participate in the Skills Challenge, that'd be fun. Then I want to put my name up there as an up-and-coming star of the league. I'm ready to make the Year 2 jump. Now that's some big aspirations right there, but Podziemski isn't just sitting back and expecting that he'll achieve them on a platter of gold. He's working hard every day to improve his game, and from the clips we've seen during the Summer League, he's definitely gonna reach these goals next season. I mean, he's out there enjoying his game, repeatedly knocking down threes like a little splash bro, creating easy shots for his teammates, scoring layups and crazy dunks like this.
Quickly, Scott with the slot cut, great ball movement, One more to Podziemski, shot pocket three, and he set it with his chest that time.
By Thompson. Couple of big dunks here. Podziemski, the up fake.
Just by watching those clips and seeing how confident he is on the court, I think year 2 Brandin Podziemski will be an important piece in the Golden State Warriors roster. I mean, I'm not really a fan of making big predictions, however, if Podge is able to deliver the same performances we saw in those clips, he could easily become number 2 on the roster behind Steph. If that happens, he'll definitely make the Rising Stars roster for the 2nd year running. Heck, I'll even say his chances of winning Most Improved Player are really good. But in terms of his ceiling, I'm pretty confident he has everything it takes to become an all-star sometime in the future. As you can imagine, Podge isn't the only youngster in the Bay gearing up for the season. His teammate Jonathan Kuminga is prepping hard as well, and what he's doing will absolutely shock you.